Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Code for Tech Solutions. Today in this video, we are going to cover a new topic like we are going to see how to create Python Django CRUD API. And to create this Django CRUD API, we need to consider some prerequisites. So let us see what are all those prerequisites. So first we need to have Python installed on our system. If you are using Windows operating system, you can refer this video I have created. Like this will guide you on how to install Python on Windows operating system. Next we need to install Django. So to install this, we can use this command pip install Django. Next we need to install this framework, like we can use this command pip install Django REST framework. So this Django REST framework we can use to create and build API CRUD APIs with this framework. Okay, so what is pip? Pip is nothing but, like we can see in our front-end languages, we can use npm node package manager to install packages or libraries. So similar way in Python we can use package in Python. This is the pip command, is nothing but a package manager in Python. Using this pip we can install various packages and libraries. Now these are some prerequisites we need to use to create this Django CRUD API. Now if you are new to Python and Django, you can refer my videos I have created, which will elaborate on what is Python and what is Django. You can refer those videos. Next you can install Python on Windows, and then you can create tutorials, or you can create this Django CRUD API. So please go through that, or if you are familiar with Python and Django, and if you want to create Django CRUD API, you can refer this video. Now without any further ado, so let us jump into the coding part. Now this is our project folder. Let me open the command prompt from here. Now this is our command prompt. Now here we can type code space dot. It will open the VS Code instance for us. Now the VS Code instance is opened. Now you can click on this terminal and select the new terminal, or you can click on this plus button. It will create a new terminal. Now this is our terminal. Fine. Now we can clear this. So here first of all we can install the Django using command pip install Django. So Django is this package we need to install. So Django is a kind of web framework we can use to create a web applications in Python. Now we have installed it. Now next thing what we can do, we need to create a Django project. Now we can use command Django admin start project, and here we can give our project name. Let's say atom underscore project. So this command will create a Django project for us. Now we can go to our project folder, which is atom underscore project. Now you can see this project folder is created, and it has this all the default files and folders, and this is the manage.py. Okay, fine. Now we have created the Django project successfully. Next thing we need to install, we need to create an application inside this project. So we can use command python manage.py, and here we can use start app to create application inside the project folder. We can use this, and here we can name our application API. Now you can see API is not there. Now it will create API for us. Yes, it has created API. This API folder where all our CRUD APIs, CRUD operations will reside in. Okay, so this is the API folder we have created. Next thing what we can do, we need to install our Django REST framework. So you can use pip install Django REST framework. Make sure there is no typo. Pip install Django REST framework. Fine. You can click on create. We can select this interpreter, and yes, it has created the Django REST framework, installed successfully. Now we can see If you want to check if the Django is installed, this is the environment for variable folder wherein you can go to libs, and here inside, so it is still installing this package. So we can see it has successfully installed Django, and we can check inside this environment variable folder where is a lib. Inside lib we can see this is the Django and this is the Django REST framework. Seems good. Now this package is installed. Now next thing what we can do, we can go to the settings.py wherein we need to mention, go to install the app, and herein we need to mention what all things we need to add, like this is the REST framework. And next thing, like we need to add our API folder. This is API folder we have just created. These two things we need to add into install the apps in settings.py. Now next thing, like we need to create a model, and to create that we need to go to first like API folder, and inside that like we have this models.py. Now here we can create one model. Let's say it's a class. We can name our model like this is the atom, and here we can use models.model, and here we can define what all things we need, like it's a name, and for a string we can use like models.char field, and here we can define max length, and we can mention some length, max length. So this is about name. Similar way, if you want to add other attributes, like let's say category, so we can define this another string variable or attribute, and next we can say it's a brand with similar character length. Seems good. Now here we can define some, for a string we can use this. Seems good. So it will return the string for us. This same object it will return. Fine. Now next thing, we have created the model. Now next thing, we need to migrate this model to the database, and for that we can use the command, like let's say Python. Now right now there is nothing related to database as of now here. Now we can use Python manage, this command like Python manage.py, and here we can use make migrations. Make sure there should not be any spelling mistake. Migrations. Seems good. Now it will prepare the database related files which need to be migrated. Okay. Okay. So basically we need to come out of this API, and here we can use this command from our root folder. Seems good. We can see now here you can see this folder db.sqlite has been created successfully, and this is like the file it will prepare for migration. And if you are if you want to know like what is this db.sql, like whenever we install the Python, the SQLite, so this SQLite is a standard library that comes pre-installed with the Python distribution. So you can use it directly without needing to install any external packages. Why we don't need to import SQLite directly? Because by default Django is configured to use SQLite as a default database engine when we create a new project. So that is specified in setting.xml. So if you go it here, and you can see here, yes, you can see databases, and it has mentioned as a default. This is the engine default, and it is referring pointing to SQLite. So we don't need to import or do any specific configuration for this database, that is comes as a pre-configured. Fine. So we have prepared our database migration related files with this command, and it has created DBSQL SQLite 3. Now next thing what we can do, we can actually run migrate this file, so that it will create the database related stuff for this model. We can use this command for migration. Yes, seems good. Now it has created, it has migrated to the database. Seems good. Now next thing what we can do, now we have successfully migrated to the database. Next thing we need to serialize. Now why we need to serialize? Because we have created model instance, and we need to in order to convert that model instance to the JSON format, so we need the serializer. So let us do that. Now we can go to our API folder, and here, so this db.sqlite is file format is a binary kind of, so we can close this. Now inside API we need to create one serializers.py file. So this is the Python extension .py, and this is the serializers.py. Now here we can use, first we need to import the packages. We can use from REST framework and import serializers. Next we can use from .models import, and here is our actual model name. Next we can create one class with name, let's say atom serializer, and inside which we can mention serializers dot model serializer. Next we can use some class, and here is the meta for that class. We can use model, and we can initialize atom with model. And next, for all fields we can use like this is before and after double underscore, and this is the all. So it will basically, it will be applicable to the all fields inside this model atom, this serializable. We can save it. Now next thing, like we need to create a view. So we have successfully migrated the database. Next we have created the model. Next we have created serializer. Now we need to create a view. Now to create a view we have two options, like with the Django REST framework we can create a view using API view, or with option model view set. Now in today we are going to create a view using model view set. Fine. Now here we can create a view. We can go to the API folder here, and here we can see we have views.py. We can create a class. Now to create a view we can first import REST framework, import view sets. Next we need to import models, which is atom in our case. Next we need to import serializers and our class name atom serializer. Seems good. Now next we can define one class, and here we can say atom view set, and here we can use viewsets dot model viewset. This is the option we are going to use, and here we can use query set is equal to our model name dot objects dot we can use all, and serializer class is equal to, we can say it's an atom serializer. That's it. So this model view set automatically provides action for our CRUD APIs like reading, updating, or deleting the resources. We can save it. That's it. Now we need to create our URLs. Now like this view set, we need to wire up with the URLs using default router. So for that we can create go to our API, and herein like we need to create one file with name urls.py, and inside this we need to mention first, we can say django.urls, and here we can include path and this include. Next thing, we need to import REST framework, and REST framework, inside that we need to use the routers, and this is the default router. Next we are going to use import views from views, and our view name is atom view set. So next, like we can use URL pattern. So before this we can use the router, and here we can say it's a default router, and we can say router dot we need to register, and this is inside single quote, and here we can say it's a atom view set. This is the view set we want to register to. So this is the default router, and we have linked it to the view set. Now what next we can do, we need to use URL patterns, and we can create array for this, and we can mention what is the path. Now this is for blank path, we are going to include the URL for this, and that is router dot can say URLs. That's it. So this is the URL patterns. Seems good. Now with this we can save it. Now in our project url.py, this is inside API. Now once we save it, after next we need to go to our project urls.py, and here also we need to mention like here, and this is the admin and this is the path. Again we need to add include as well, and here for this we need to add one more thing. This is for admin. We can add for API as well, and here we can include like API.urls, which we have just created. Fine. So we have added this. That's it about the URLs. Now next thing, like we need to create a super user for this one. Now we can create a super user. Okay, so let us come out of this API. Now here we can use the command like Python manage.py, and we can use like create super user. Okay, so this is the command to create a super user. Python manage.py create super user. Seems good. So here we need to mention the username. For now I will add HP as a username, and email address I will keep blank, and for password let's say we can add HP, or you can add anything. So password is too similar to username, so for now we are going to bypass the validation part. Seems good. Super user created successfully. Okay, fine. Now next thing, like we need to run our application. So to run our application we can use command like Python manage.py, and here we can use run server. We can use cross verify Python manage.py run server. That's it. Yeah, we can see it's started development server on this port, and this is our URL. Now here we can use our, let's say, API slash items. So here we can see it is showing there is no record as of now because we have not added any record. So this is the Django REST framework which we have installed, it is using. Okay, fine. Now here if we add any record, let's say we can, let's say here we can add atom as a MacBook, and category we can say it's a laptop, and brand we can say Apple, and we can post it. Now we can see one entry is added successfully. Seems good. Now similar way, if you want to create one more record, let's say it's a iPhone, smartphone as a category, and brand we can say it's Apple again, and we can post it. So we can see a second record is also successfully added. Now in order to see all the records we can refresh this. Yes, we can see it has created all the records, like we have added this second record like multiple times, double, so it has created double. Now it seems good, like you can observe like it has created ID field automatically incrementing by 1, and we are using this Django REST framework for this, like this is the UI for that. Now we have seen like get API and create API. Now let's say if you want to update any record, like let's say third record we want to update, we can pass the third record. Now it will show you the various options, like here it will show the put button because we want to update this. Now here instead of iPhone we can make it like, let's say, LG 80, and this is the category of television, and here we can say it's a brand which is of LG. Seems good. Now we can put. Now we can see it has successfully modified the third record which we have passed. Now if you see all the record, we have 3 records, but third record we have just updated. Now similar way, if you want to delete the third record, we can first need to get the third record. Now you will see the delete option at here. We can simply click on delete button and it will delete the record. Now if you go back and see all the record, it will show only 2 records. So with this we have successfully completed our Python Django CRUD APIs with this framework like Django REST framework. So I will request you to, I hope you must have enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe the same. Thank you so much for watching this.